What's going on, beautiful people? I pray that you guys are blessed and highly favored. This is Keniispeak. Welcome back to my channel. To my subscribers, new subscribers, raise up your chest. You know I'm not going to keep you guys long. Let's get into this video. So here we have someone by the name of Baby Mofo. Mofo or Mofu. And my mind just said something rude, but I'm not going to say it. But you guys will get the gist after I read this. So she said there's no difference in, being sexual with 36 different men. Woo, Jesus. Than having intimacy with 36 times with one man. Now, clearly we're dealing with someone who's very delusional. Who is not really thinking deeper than the surface, and who've been taught wrong, clearly. And I think a lot of us have been taught wrong. I know that I was taught wrong, and thank God for life lessons. Thank God that I wasn't stubborn enough not to listen to my circumstances that surrounded me. But let's just be realistic. 36 men. Now, first of all, I know there's men out there who sleep with everything. And honestly, at the age that I'm at and the mindset that I have, I realize these men don't have no respect for themselves. They have low self-esteem. And they're probably walking dead. They're carrying something with them. Spiritually and physically. Mentally, they're not right. No matter how much they can make themselves look like the man, something is wrong with them. To be able to sleep with 36 or more different women. But we're not talking about the men, right? I'm not here to address men. But if you're a woman and you know a man is a jiggle, be mindful, be wary of that person. They're not right. I'm sorry. But Mofo, is saying... She's saying that having sexual intercourse with someone 36 times is not different than having sexual contact with someone or 36 different people. I don't know what we are teaching this younger generation, and I don't know if we do not really protect the minds of our children, because this person is teaching this to a younger generation, and this younger generation is going to teach it to whoever they're in contact with, and it's going to be passed down. We need to really take control of what our children is being exposed to, their understanding, their thinking. It is impossible to think that it's okay to sleep with 36 different people and that there's nothing wrong with that. It is impossible to be in your rightful state of mind and think that's okay, which is why I don't think this person is right. However, we're not going to talk about her mental state. We are going to talk about what is so wrong with this, right? If you watch my videos, you know that I am a Jamaican, born to Jamaican parents, born on the Cayman Islands. I was born on the Cayman Islands, but I identify as a Jamaican. And now that I'm aware more of my history, I'm more identified as an African, okay? Now, being raised as a Caribbean, I always say I learned to wind up myself before I even knew how to crawl, okay? We are very exposed to sex and to immorality and the ways of this world very early. So when you see Caribbean people having different baby daddies and different baby mamas, it's because this is the way of life that we have seen all of our life. And therefore, we don't know any better. And it's not only by God's grace, someone comes and interrupt your life and interrupt your ways of thinking that you realize, oh, so having different baby fathers and having different children with different men is not right. Because if you grow up around it, everyone around you's done it, it becomes normal. So now that I've had encounters with African people and African ways and Africa culture. I came to the understanding that it's not right. And then when you look deeper in it, and my background is psychology, you realize how having these different dynamics of men and children, how it may have an effect on your family, right? On your home, on your children. As for me, my children, so the three kids that I had before my husband, I have five children, three out of wedlock, three different baby daddies. Their fathers are not in their lives. I see the effect on them, even though, right, my husband's been in their lives since they were young children. It still have an effect because he's, as much as he played that father role, he will never be their blood biological father. So they will still have a missing piece of them. And I see the difference between them and the difference between the two children that I have from my husband, right? And so, first of all, having sex with so many people is going to have an effect. As a woman, the men's semen goes into your bloodstream and into your brain. Now, if you study this, you realize it doesn't end in the womb. Their blood goes into your blood, which is why you become one biologically. If you see someone who's been together for a very long time and they're not blood related, they start to look alike. They start to behave alike. They start to think alike. Right? Now, if you come around my husband, anyone will tell you, my husband can be a difficult man. His mindset is very strong and he sticks to what he believes, even if it might not be fact. And so when you come around him, you will hit head if you're a very passionate person too. I've come to a place where my husband talks and he talks what seems to me as nonsense. I laugh. Why? Because I've learned that's my husband. I'm not going to argue it because if I argue it, we're going to be here all day. We both be passionate about two different things, right? And so we'll hit head. I'll laugh. People come around him. They're passionate about one thing. He's passionate around one thing and they're hitting heads and I'm laughing because I know I won't argue with this man, right? And so I've come to understand him to a point that I no longer argue or fight. Okay, even if I don't agree, I won't fight it, right? And so to have 36 different men in your system, you're not going to be right. You are a receiver. 36 different DNA, 36 different mentality, 36 different spirits. And let's not talk about the different people they've slept with and the spirits that you're getting from him. So he's probably carrying more than what you can see. How much diseases, STIs, right? And then we talk about the woman, us being the prize, right? A lot of us were not raised right. I can say I was not raised right. Right? I don't look at carnival the same. I don't look at going to the club and putting my behind on another man's part and whining the same. When I was younger, it was normal. Now that I'm older and I think about it, right? I am grinding on myself on a man. What's going to happen to him? He's going to become hard and he's going to expect something. And then we wonder why things are happening, like a rapper going to kiss out a woman's mouth, right? And people be like, okay, she got what she deserved. But however we are portraying ourselves, there's something absolutely wrong with laying down 36 times and more. Even 36 might be little for some people, is high. But this is what we are being taught. And that we want to be called the prize when we do not carry ourselves like the prize, when everyone and anyone can have our body, can have our mind, can have our spirit and our space. And if you are thinking like that, you got to wonder why you're thinking like that. What is it that you got to heal within yourself that you think that it's okay for 36 men or more can have your body? Why? But this is what we are being taught. We're not being taught the importance of our body, our spirit, our mind, our blood, our DNA, our womb. We're so loosely giving our womb to any man. And then we complain that he's not taking care of his children. I got into a cab the other day, and me and the cab driver got into a deep conversation, and we started talking about bearing children. And we got to understand the importance of who we give our womb to. And I said to him, the person that my childhood love is who I had my first child with. And when I felt pregnant, at this time he was cheating, hitting me, calling me out my name, but I was so in love. Yeah, I met him at 16. I was so in love, right? I wouldn't leave. I was taking nonsense. When I got pregnant, it gave me the will to leave because now I had to watch over and protect my child. And this guy wanted to kill this child so badly. He wanted to beat me hard enough to get this child out of me. And he told me he didn't want that child. And my child is 14 now. He's never seen her. Never. Never. And so I said to him, when a man says he doesn't want a child, believe that man. And do not be surprised when that man is never involved in that child's life. And so we got to be careful of who we say is who we are loved with and who is our man. I was a child then. I had 3 more children as a child. And then when I became an adult in my mind, when my mind grew up, I realized I was not raised right. I was not taught. And so we really have to come to a better understanding of who we are as women, as who we are as womb man, a man with a womb, right? Who we are as a womb man, right? We have the ability to carry someone's seed, and the seed will become a human being and bring forth life. And through bringing forth life, many have lost their life. And we keep giving our womb to people who are undeserving. Even if our intentions is not to have a baby, some of us fall pregnant without the intention to have a baby. I felt pregnant. Many have felt pregnant without planning because we gave our womb away. And so we're not just laying down, taking something, but we are observing and taking in and carrying things and spirits and mindsets and bloodlines within us that was never supposed to be in us. And we call ourselves the prize. The prize is going to carry herself well. The prize is not going to give her body to any and everyone unless they've proven themselves worthy and have married her. The prize is going to develop her mindset, her thinking, reading the books, doing the courses, getting the mentor, throwing away what is wicked and not of righteousness, and walking correctly. The prize is not going to tolerate or entertain any man, anyone who only wants her for her body. The prize is going to carry herself well, dress well. The prize is going to be a prime example of what a woman is. And she won't be out here sleeping around. I know many of us have been taught wrong. We've been taught incorrectly, but there's too much teaching out here for us to not relearn and throw away the wickedness that we were raised by. Family, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm trying to teach our people, our daughters, right. So if you are in agreement with what I'm saying, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. God bless.